Very much for your attendance here today and helping at the Jean2 Golf Club and help Jean celebrate her 70th birthday. Jean's achieved a lot of things in her lifetime. But her first best achievement was marrying me.
And 3 sons.
They've all got a lot to say, so I'm going to bow out now and hand it over to Peter, and he's going to carry on. And once again, I thank you all for coming.
First of all, thanks everybody for coming along today to share the moment with Mum on a special occasion. I haven't really got a lot to say, but I've got a couple of little moments here that I can remember as a child growing up with my brothers and Mum and Dad. One of the first things I'd like to say is for Mum, the moments that we had as kids was fantastic for the both of you with us all, and you really looked after us well with a lot of things. And I know for David and myself, the love for the Richmond Footy Club. Mum used to take us to the football when we were youngsters, and David and I just go off. But I suppose that's a real passion that we've got from there.
Especially with your grandfather, which never saw them, which is sad.
Yeah. But both David and I got that real passion there for that, and we've got to thank you for that. Take us to the football.
We've got one Collingwood supporter.
I'll take after the Robinsons. Don't worry, we'll have burning at the stake afterwards.
But one of the funniest moments I want to recall with you all was a moment there a long time ago when I think it was David and myself. Dad wasn't with us. I'm not sure whether Gary was or not, but correct me if I'm wrong, Gary. But we wanted to go to Luna Park. And we were just itching at the bit and like we must have only been young kids anyway.
It was just before we came down here to live.
Oh, okay, yeah. And Mum's a real thrill seeker. And Dave and I, we just wanted to go on a Big Dipper at Luna Park. I thought, oh, this is great. Mum, can we go? Can we go? And she goes, oh, I don't know about that one, but yeah, okay. We went on, and David and I, we were fine. But then there's the scenic railway, and Mum said, "Oh, she's going to have to come on with us."
I was holding Gary's hand.
And Mum was absolutely petrified, but she stuck with us and she went on with it. And I think what was it? We had a wonderful time there at Luna Park, but we had to actually get Dad to come and rescue that day, didn't we?
Because I went into shock. I couldn't let go the thing, and I had to pry my fingers off.
So your Mum supports us through thick and thin. All this supports us through a lot of ways, and that's yeah. But that's one of my memories there with you. And I'd like to hand you over to David now to have a few words.
Okay, I've assured I'm not allowed to talk about football apparently.
No.
People think I'm wearing
You're not going well enough anyway.
But you know, when Dad sort of asked me to just say a few words, you know, sort of like Peter, I started to think about what sort of to say today, and I think you know, it was interesting just here on the badges and that Peter's got #1, son, I've got #2, and Gary's #3. But obviously Peter wrote that because I think living locally, I think you know, that makes me #1. But when I mentioned it to Gary, Gary actually said it's like Brownlow votes. So, you know, the best get the 3 votes. So I'm happy with 2. So yeah, again, I suppose it's normal to sort of tell a bit of a story about something which we had, and I remember Dad took us off to buy some sheep. We had some sheep when we first got them, but Dad, I don't know why you decided to buy this. I think he was off buying a pump or something at a farm, and the farmer gave him a deal or threw some sheep in to sweeten the deal. And I think by that time Peter had actually gone back to Melbourne to work, and so looking after these sheep, which Dad proudly announced were fly blown, So Dad promptly made sure he took himself off to work, or went and saw Ray and Kay or something like that. Invented some story maybe to go and fix it. So it sort of fell to Mum and I to look after and clean up these sheep. And I remember at the time it must have been around May because of Mother's Day. So I wrote to the Herald Sun just saying how Mum had a steady eye to help clean up the sheep. So that was a job that sort of fell to myself. So and those who know me, apparently I like to talk a little bit. So so I think probably Mum and Dad as well. That's a sort of trait that I like to say. But I think what we're really talking about today is is the strength of Mum. She's definitely what she gives, she gets back, and that's represented really with everyone here today. And we're here today, we're only representative of much larger people than that she's touched through her work through the spina bifida, with Gary, also who worked locally with the local church group and stuff. So, Mum, the dollars in your bank account really don't add up to really what you're a billionaire in our eyes. So,
Hey, here.